What is up, everybody? We are back. I'm not sure what day this is going to come out, but I want to do a video right now because I was triggered while on the job. So this is going to be a really real video. A lot of the times I'm talking from what appears to be a place of confidence, and right now I'm not feeling that. So let's get right into it. I was on a job this morning. Caulking around a toilet, which is a particularly difficult job for me anyway, just involving the toilet. And I'm at this client's house, and it became clear that they weren't too worried about the coronavirus. He was in the other room. I could hear him coughing. I could hear him clearing his throat. You know, it seemed innocent, but nonetheless, that kind of started getting my mind going about contamination and coronavirus. So I'm caulking the toilet, and I look over for something, and I look up at the counter, and I realize there looks to be like a dried stain where maybe there was like a little bit of blood. And then I looked at the handle of the cabinet, and it looked like maybe he had like cut his finger and went to grab the cabinet, because there looked to be like a little bit of dried blood there where it was like maybe blood mixed with water. Now, mind you, right now I have a lot of anxiety. I don't know what that was. It could have been anything that's red in color, but I have a little scratch on my hand, and I didn't touch it. I didn't touch the counter. I didn't touch the handle. I stayed at the toilet. I really try not to even touch the toilet. I just use my caulk gun and caulk around it, and I do have to, spread the caulk a little bit. But when I saw that blood, or what I appear to think was blood, man, my heart just started going. I started sweating. Even my legs were sweating. And I'm thinking, all right, I'm already not happy with their coronavirus precautions. Let me just caulk this toilet and get out of here. So I got the toilet caulked. I let the guy know I was all done. I had to go to another appointment. Thank you for his business. And I left. And luckily, I have some time before my next appointment. So I came home. I was able to wash my hands. My OCD wants me to take a complete shower, but I'm not going to do that. I'm not going to give in that much. I disinfected all my tools. I washed my hands. I threw away my mask. I'll get a new one. And now I'm kind of working through those emotions of being triggered. I'm worried about contamination of coronavirus. I'm worried about HIV and AIDS right now. And I'm fighting myself because I want to kind of text my fiance and tell her what happened, because I know that will give me some reassurance. I want to call my doctor and set up an HIV test, but that's not something I do anymore. That's not something I'm going to do unless there's an actual exposure, and this was not that. This was a little bit of what could have been dried blood on a counter and on a doorknob that I didn't touch, that I didn't come into contact with, and that is probably harmless. These people, I don't know anything about them. They could have HIV, they could not have HIV, but regardless, I didn't come in contact with it. It wasn't a real exposure. This is just OCD. This is just the stuff that I talk about all the time, and this is how easily it can happen, how quickly you can be triggered. And I wanted to bring this up because it's really important to be able to deal with this stuff, because especially when I'm out on a job, I have to still keep my composure enough to complete my task, and then I have to keep my composure enough to then communicate with this customer about their repairs, and then move on. And maybe I don't have time to come home and disinfect to the extent that I would like to, and I need to then go to the next job. So it's really important to get a handle on these things, be able to take a deep breath and tell yourself, okay, this anxiety is here. You can come along with me. I'm gonna do my best not to let it take up any of my headspace and just move on to the next task. So I wanted to put this out there this morning because this is real. This is real stuff, and this is what my channel is about. It's about real stuff. It's about the difficult things we have to do in our lives to get better, and this is one of them for me. So I hope this helps. Like always, like my video so somebody else can find it. leave me a comment of an exposure that maybe happened to you while you were at work or on a job and how you worked through it. And like always, subscribe.